Hi everyone, welcome back to Aether Place Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. Today we'll be taking a break from our episodic scenario series to go ahead and start with something a bit more long term. I think while the scenarios were fun, there were a lot of game mechanics that we just weren't interacting with by doing like a series of one-off playthroughs, right? Like for example, books were pretty much of no value to us, right? Like we never crafted anything. We found those anesthetics kits and we basically did nothing with them, right? We never bartered. So I think it would be fun to have something that's like a bit more long term, right? So today, what we'll be doing is a sort of introducing the story of Elsie Nil, right? So she's been um, sheltered away, right? She's the survivor that's been just surviving out of her own initiative, right? Like just sheltering down, hunkering down in place, just hoping for the horrors of the apocalypse to sort of pass by. And as far as she knows, right? Like they sort of did, right? Like all of the screams, all of the explosions, all of the groaning and moaning and whatever else, just sort of passed by. But one thing that like never actually got resolved was anyone coming to rescue her, right? Like whatever hope she had has just dwindled away to pretty much nothing, and that coincided with like her eating the final protein bar that she's just been like snacking away on, slow like the taste slowly driving her insane, right? So it's the middle of winter now. She survived as long as she could, but she's fatigued from her poor diet, right? Like she hasn't had anything but protein rations for months pretty much, and I think this all took like a really heavy toll on her health and her like mental well-being, right? So if we take a look at our character stats, right, like LZ's character stats, you'll see they've all been reduced down to 6. And like our traits, she doesn't have much going for her other than the fact that she's a light eater, and like at the very least she has her glasses, but nothing beyond that. So it's going to be a tough start, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and yes, we're sure we're finished. And now let's meet Elsie. Okay, so when the apocalypse broke out, you were funneled into a nearby shelter. Here you have lived, never leaving, lest the unknowns of the outside world hurt you. Supplies are running low, and for the first time since the cataclysm, you will be forced to face the outside world. Yeah. Hmm. So I'm not really sure where we are. This sort of looks like a last man on Earth shelter. I think it makes sense that we've been able to survive for as long as we did. Um, because, like this is just sort of like, if you know anything about last man on Earth shelters, right? Like they're extremely, extremely remote. Um, so, this makes perfect sense that we've been able to survive as long as we did. I feel like in the first few days of the apocalypse, right? Like we heard like banging on these closed metal doors, but we held firm and we never opened them for anyone. And I think that was part of the reason why we stayed inside for as long as we did, is just because like we couldn't face the reality of like what if those were people, right? Like who were trying to get in and survive, and we just never let them in. Okay, so far so good. We don't see any bodies. I think that is like good for our conscience. But yeah, so this is what we've been doing. I feel like we've just sort of been sequestered, right? Like we don't really do much of anything. So even though we have like all of these great books and stuff, we just have not been making use of them at all. But yeah, um, what we really need above all else is food, I think. So let's see what we're wearing. We have jeans, right? Like I don't think we even have a shirt on. We just have a messenger bag. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's like warm-ish enough then here. You know, we're preparing to head out into the wider world, so I think, you know, we'll start preparing. We grab our backpack. Um, let's see, what else do we have? A flare, a headlamp. I feel like, you know, we'd wear a headlamp, sure. Okay. And then here we see a flint and steel, sure. And then scissors, okay. And then an ember carrier. It can nurture a smoldering ember for a long time to start fires without modern tools. Okay, interesting. Um, does that mean I can like, huh? Yeah, I'm not really sure how to use it, but that's interesting. Okay, so I think this is like our clothing, but I think the reason why it's such a poor fit is because we've just lost weight from being underground and not really working out or doing much of anything, right? So, you know, what used to be like a good fit on our clothes is just now like way too baggy. Um, let's see, what is the warmth on this is actually pretty good, and the encumbrance is 0, even though it's a poor fit. Okay, so that's good. Um, and then a pea coat, warmth is 50. That's pretty good. Yeah, we'll wear that as well. There we go. So yeah, we're still preparing for the outside world. Um, Dune, a great book. It's literally, yeah, a Dune. Yeah, there's no hiding it. That's pretty funny. All right. And I think, you know, for the first time in forever, we finally crack open our secret stash, right? In here. Aha. So there's a green pen. Okay, some lumber. Okay, for heating. Interesting. And then here, we just have a whole bunch of crowbar, hacksaw. Nice. And I think we had a pickaxe here as well. A metal rake. Okay, interesting. Not a pickaxe. Okay. A pickaxe. Okay, so we do have a pickaxe. Okay, interesting. You know, from the horrible sounds that we've heard constantly, I think we definitely want a pickaxe. And then, yeah, this is what I mean by us finally cracking into this room. I feel like our grandfather left us this, you know, the key to this last man on Earth shelter, and we've just been, um, you know, sequestered down here for as long as we can remember. But, um, you know, like we always knew that Grandpa had his secrets, right? And then just from like the drip, drip, drip in the corner, the very hollow sounding drip, 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 we always knew that there was a room here, even if we never actually checked it out. Okay, so we see a wow, a lot of stuff actually. So we see 78 bullets, okay, 30-06, and even more 410 shot, okay, an AR-15, holy cow, and then a Winchester, okay. Yeah, I feel like we might be more comfortable wearing like a giant rifle, okay. 30-06. So how many bullets do we have? Okay, let's take a look. So we have 85 shots. All right. Okay. So is this enough to brave the horrible outside world? I think it's gotta be. It's gotta be. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look outside for the very first time. Ah, it's so bright. I feel like the sunlight stings our eyes from how long we've been in the darkness. Okay, how cold are we? Our feet, our head is incredibly cold. Our hands are incredibly cold. Our legs as well. Holy cow. It is much colder than we initially thought. Um, so, as momentous as that, um, exit was, we're immediately miserable, and we just turn right back around and head back inside. Right. Um, okay, so we have a charcoal smoker here and rubber cement. Okay. So yeah, I feel like we're just desperately looking around, like clawing around for some sort of clothing. Um, we don't really have much of anything, really. I mean, there's the rifle there, but cheese spread. Our remaining tiny little bit of food. Okay. Um. Hmm. Patchwork quilt. Okay. Blanket. How are we with that? Our feet are pretty warm. Our head is still cold even down here actually. So it's surprising that we've been able to survive for as long as we did. Okay, interesting. I think this sort of has to be good enough. Let's see. So yeah, our feet are now finally nice and warm, so our legs. Our hands are better. Um, our torso is actually hot, which is interesting. So I guess we can take off the coat. Yeah, so that's a little bit better. Hmm. But yeah, the real danger is our head and mouth, especially because like we're so frail that if we do start getting frostbite, we just don't have a lot of mass to conserve the heat, so that might be a real danger. Okay, so we see a campground, right? Like just through our general knowledge of the area, right? And then we also remember like the regional dump. Um, I feel like we might want to go to the dump, right? Just to in order to like find a um, like a hat or something like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and try it. Okay, and then we're quite slow with this blanket, but hey, it's keeping us alive, right? Okay, so I feel like we had a pretty close connection to our grandpa. That's why he gave us the key to the Last Man on Earth shelter, maybe as like a will type deal, right? And then I feel like because of our close connection to him, he taught us like some very like basic things about how to use firearms, which is why like we're comfortable grabbing this big like giant rifle, right? And then using it to head out. Okay. And I think the reason why there's like two rifles is because, right, like Grandpa had one, and then he bought the second one just for us to use. So it brings back good memories hunting and things like that. Okay. So we're not getting hurt like immediately, which is good. Um, we are cold. I feel like frostbite will set in somewhat soon. Okay, we see a thug, a survivor. Hmm. So yeah, I feel like we don't know anything about the apocalypse, right? So we're really not sure like what's happening. Um, I feel like our first um idea would maybe be to like call out to them, right? So we see you. Oh, I think we're too far away. Um, and yeah, as we get closer, right, like we just see that these look like bad customers, right? Like there's just some motorcycles. There's like this one has a pistol, right? Like this one has a machete. We can see that, and they're clearly like making rude gestures at us and just like telling us to leave, right? So like we yell out to them. But yeah, I think at this point it's pretty clear that they just do not want us to be here, and I feel like from not having seen people for so long, like it's sort of heartbreaking to for Elsie to be rejected like this, especially when she's so cold. But um, yeah, she's not gonna fight like her uh, fellow humans, right? So I think she just like ends up leaving. Okay, so unfortunately, like the dump that she saw was somewhat of a bust. Okay, um, at the very least, she doesn't see like a cap or anything anyway. So um, she um, walks away somewhat dejected. But yeah, all right. Yeah, and here she can just like hear all of them like angrily yelling at her and things like that, and it sort of like makes it that much worse for her. Okay. Um. So yeah, we already hurt her head a little bit, right? Like we can feel our lips like freezing, for lack of a better word. Um. It's just like very very cold, and she really is hoping to find something, anything. Um. Maybe she figures that like um there might be clothing inside of this building, but all of the various electronics and things just look very intimidating to her. So I feel like she can still hear like the dull hum of the generators and power lines and stuff, and she would not want to. She would not be comfortable messing with that. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely not feeling great, right? Our head is cold. It's been cold for a good like 15 minutes. So yeah, we just have to keep going, right? Like we're huffing and puffing, trying to um, keep ourselves warm, but it's not working. It's just way too cold. We're somewhere like in Alaska or something like that. That's how cold it is. Okay. Um, hmm. So we know about the dump, right? Like we definitely like pass by there when we would drive with our grandpa like down to the Last Man on Earth shelter. I feel like he hung out here quite a bit. And then we also know of like the town, right? Like we used to go to like a local grocery store, get some ice cream, things like that. So we know that there is a town here, right? We were rejected from the dump by like the biker gang or whatever. Um, I feel like it's dangerous for us to try to um, just wander, just because like we know the road. We sort of remember the road just winding and being very very long. So let's just go ahead and um, check out the town. And this is horrible. Like we see our very first casualty. Um, Having said that, this we are sort of like in a survival situation. So let's just go ahead and take a look. So we see that there's winter gloves. Okay, a union suit. Hmm. Stylish bifocal glasses. A thob. What is a thob? A long, loose-fitting robe with wide sleeves. A traditional Arab garment. Okay. Um. So yeah, I mean, we see that there is like these winter gloves. I feel like those are pretty good. Let's just grab them. I feel like we can't exactly um allow ourselves to wear these, but just in case. Okay. And is there anything else? No, just that one body. Okay. And their mouth continues to hurt. Okay, this is definitely a dangerous situation. Um, Perhaps it was very misguided for us to just sort of wander out into like the freezing cold like this. Um, Having said that, we do have like a tiny bit of survival background, and here we see right like trees and things like that. Let's see, what is this? A hickory tree. Okay. Um, I feel like we sort of know enough to maybe like go into the underbrush and just grab a handful of leaves and like light those on fire. And maybe here as well, right? So we're standing in like hot air. Hopefully that helps a little bit, right? So if we stay here, right, like hopefully that helps. Our mouth is still very cold, but our head is warming up. Let's wait for like say a minute. We're still cold, so it's not helping us as much as we might have thought. Let's go ahead and like grab these sticks, bring those over too. There we go. Hmm. Maybe let's drag all the stuff here, right? And then we'll just stand in between like these little fires and light this up as well. There we go. Um, okay, yeah. Sorry, for a second there, I thought I saw a small fire like here, and I was like, oh, that means it's spreading. But no, I think it's fine. Okay, so let's wait like another 20 seconds. Our mouth is still very cold. Okay, let's wait another 20 seconds. Okay, here we go. We're finally warming up like a slight tiny bit. And I think it's interesting, like it says we're on painkillers. I think the painkillers is literally just from us being so cold that like we can't feel the pain. That's how cold we are. Okay. Um, so yeah, I think we brought some medical supplies if I remember correctly. Let's see. We might not have. Hmm. Well, at least we have alcohol wipes, so let's use those. There we go. Um, our lips are basically frozen, so it doesn't help like a ton, but it's a little bit. Okay. So our torso is actually warming up. I think we can sort of maybe um manage to take off like this blanket, right? How are we doing now? Our mouth is still cold, but like yeah, we just don't want to be like sweating because like sweating in the winter time would just be awful. Okay, let's wait like another minute and then like another minute. I can't believe like we're surrounded by three fires and we're still cold. Yeah, this is pretty brutal. Hmm. I guess we need to make a larger fire, right? Like pretty much. How do we burn down a tree? Let's see. I really don't want to leave like this warm fire. Ooh, here we go. Wait a second. Um, yeah, our mouth is actually good now, so we're chilly. Um, let's wait like 5 minutes. No, it like fluctuates like crazy. Aha, and then it burned down. I see. Okay. Yeah, so I think we need something with like a bit more just burning potential, I guess, for lack of a better word. So let's go ahead and like, oh, we just completely destroyed it. Okay. Yeah, we'll light this here, and then here, and then here. There we go. And then also here as well. So hopefully, that's good enough. And here as well. Right. So we appreciate nature, but I feel like in this particular survival situation, we'd sort of be fine sacrificing like a tree or two to just like manage to stay warm. Okay. So we're in hot air. Yeah, we're getting sweaty, so we'll just go ahead and like drop the the blanket. There we go. Small fire, hot air 1. Okay, yeah. So yeah, this is good. Um, let's just wait another, like, say, minute. Okay. Our mouth is still cold. Yeah, that's so unfortunate. Um, 5 minutes? Hmm. I'm just waiting for our heat to change from something other than chili. I'm not really sure if it will happen or not. Seems like not much hot air is being produced. Um, we might need to just get out of here, honestly. Like, we're still being affected by the cold, but yeah, not as much, I guess. Okay. Here it's warmer. Ooh, minus 6% cold. So suddenly we went way down. Okay, and then it instantly got way too hot. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Holy cow. So the tree like fell over, I guess. What the heck? Okay. Um, I guess this is close enough. Yeah, there's like a big fire, right? It's no longer a small fire; it's a big fire. Interesting. Can we stand here and be okay? Yes. How about here? No. Okay. How about here? Yes. Okay. Let's just wait another 20 seconds. Or, like, say, a minute. There we go. Okay. So we finally warmed up, I think. Right? Like, we're actually, oh, uh-oh, we're damp from the heat. Oh, that's really bad. Okay. Well, I feel like this is as good as we can get it, really. Yeah, we tried. So yeah, we'll wear a blanket, right? Like we'll get nice and warm, nice and toasty, and then we'll head out again. All right, there we go. So hopefully that little bit of warmth keeps us going for a while. Okay. Here's an extremely busted up car. Okay. Let's see what's here. A wheel and a lug wrench. Okay. Pretty sure this isn't. Yeah, there's no way it's drivable. All right. A busted down police car. Okay. Um, yeah, I think in our mind, like we're definitely being like we're almost patting ourselves on the back because like we managed to stay away, right? Like and stay inside. Like we see all this destruction, we see gangs, we see like a Mad Max type like society, right? And it's like a skeletal juggernaut. What the heck? It is about as fast as you. This hideous golem of plated bones and misshapen flesh drags its heavy, pointed limbs behind it like an unwanted burden. Formerly soft and vulnerable, bones grew around its arms to protect it, and only they kept growing and growing and growing. Okay. Um, it sort of seems like the idea of heading into town is an awful one, right? Like from seeing that. Um, I feel like we would instantly be conflicted and like leave. Um, like we would sort of question ourselves, like, is that human? Like, what is that? Like, I don't know. All right. Where did our fire go? Let's see. Was it deeper in? Hmm. Uh-oh. Was there up here? Oh man, I can't believe I forgot where we lit our fire already. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, good. Yeah, so we'll just warm up again. We'll just wait like a few seconds until our heat goes back to normal. So I think this is what we might need to do, right? Is just sort of our left and right legs are wet, which is sort of crazy. Okay. Yeah, so we just need to light a fire like every few minutes or whatever. Okay, we're still cold. We'll wait like another 5 minutes. Okay, there we go. We're comfortable. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think that's as good as we can do pretty much. To be at a comfortable temperature. Okay. Yeah, so that was sort of a bust. We saw like a colossal, horrifying beast, right? And then we're just sort of forced to wander like in a different direction. Our exploration isn't really yielding much of anything, but um, hopefully it yields something eventually. All right. Um, so here we see even more humans, but this time um, they seem even more delirious than like those bandits, right? Hmm. And we sort of see like a brand new fresh car, which is interesting. Or it's like it's pretty beat up, but it seems drivable potentially, right? Like it's looking pretty good from what we can see. Hmm. So I think we might try to approach, right? Like I feel like these feral humans aren't really even like yelling at us. They're just sort of like gibbering nonsense. So that sort of gives us the confidence to approach. And then now all of a sudden it like breaks off into like a crazy like full sprint towards us. Um, so that almost assuredly like freaks us out. Our range is only 12. What the heck? What is our gun actually? Why is it so low? It's a shotgun. Okay. Designed as a lower recoil alternative to 12 gauge shotguns. I see. Okay, I thought it was like a sniper rifle or something. No, it's a shotgun. Okay, so yeah, it's very much a like a hunting rifle type deal. Okay, so um yeah, we end up taking the shot, right? Just because like we're panicked, we're freaked out. Um, we see all sorts of um, craziness, right? Like we saw that um, skeletal colossus or whatever. So okay, and we were attacked. I mean, honestly, sort of deserved. Just trying to get away. Um, it's got heavy bleeding. Let's go ahead and try taking careful aim. Bam. Okay. Um, yeah, not great. And here come even more. Getting closer. We killed it in one hit. What the heck? Okay. So yeah, that was horrifying. We had to hunt humans, or at least what looked like humans in this case, but we took care of it. And now we have something even stranger looking coming towards us. A boomer. Okay. So yeah, it's like leaking bile from its swollen gut. It's just very disgusting looking. Pop. And then it explodes. All right. We see a pupating zombie, which is quite strange. Quite strange. Okay. Um, so yeah, I feel like we're freaked out, right? Like, but what we just saw, so we'd want to just loot and get out of here as quickly as we possibly can. Um, a necktie covers nothing. Okay. A straw hat, maybe. Like we're definitely feeling the cold, right? So we just want like pretty much anything that can Oh, warm us up. Okay. Stockings. Might help. Okay. Um, and then we see this weird thing coming towards us. A weird pupating sludge monster. Quite strange. I feel like we'd be wary, but we'd take a shot. Bam. 31 damage. Interesting. It healed up to full. So like before us, we literally saw like the bullet hole collapse down and close. All right, so I think that would freak us out enough to try to get out of here. However, it's surprisingly fast. It is faster than us. Hmm. I think that's because we have our blanket on, so we just like drop it and then start running. So we're, you know, like this thing is definitely like a complete nightmare. So we're just trying to get away from it. We're definitely chilly, right? Like pretty much our entire body's chilly, but you know, if it allows us to lose that thing, then it's worth it. All right, and now we can go ahead and walk back to our little fire. Here we go. Still burning away. All right, nice. Yeah, this was definitely like the best thing we've done so far, is start this fire here. Okay, so let's go ahead and wait, say a minute. We're still cold. Another minute. Another minute. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we warmed up, which is great. Okay, so yeah, it's just like a quick pit stop for us. Um, we're very hungry. We just slake our hunger by drinking that water, like the last of the water that we have on us. Um, it's salt water, yeah, so we can't drink it, unfortunately. Okay. Um, I feel like we should head back home. Right, like we're very, very cold. Okay, and then we can potentially grab another blanket. The it's interesting to note, like in terms of the blanket, right? Like yes, it keeps the rest of our body warm, but it makes it so that our head slowly takes damage over time, and that's actually our weakest um, body part, right? Just because of how petite we are, which means that um, right, like it might actually make sense to not use the blanket because that would make us faster. I'm not really sure if that's a good idea or not, but it's just sort of what I was thinking. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and wear the bandana. I think that like, no, I'm pretty sure we're wearing it on our head. I'm not entirely sure though. A straw hat. Warmth 2. Okay, yeah, that's not great. Uh, hmm, weird. I guess we can't wear it. Um, we'll go ahead and wear this other blanket. There we go. Why did we drop the that was weird. Aha, I have caps lock on. Yeah, it always messes me up when it switches to that. Okay. Um, I think from what we saw, right, like we tried using our grandpa's old rifle, but you know, like it does not provide the firepower we need to like actually survive. So we'll go ahead and try switching to the Remington instead. Just combing through grandpa's arsenal. Okay. What can we do with this bandana? Cover head. Yeah. Okay. And before it was what, covering our mouth? Head bandana. It's got 5 warmth, and that's it. Yeah, let's go outside and see how cold we are. The mouth is definitely the coldest body part. Okay. Our torso is surprisingly damaged from all that. Hmm. It's sort of, I feel like it makes sense to go back to where we were before. Just because oh, the turkeys sort of freaked me out. Well, we are hunting, right? Let's try taking a shot. Okay. There we go. So, that was surprisingly effective, actually. Can we butcher it? Quick butchery, 5 minutes. All right. Yeah. So we have 2 chunks of meat. That's pretty good. And then here too, right? Let's butcher it. 1 chunk of meat and 2 scraps of meat. Okay. Now that we have that, actually, let's go ahead and go back. Close that. Is there anything here that like allows us to cook? A glass bowl, maybe? 1 containing quality, maybe? Large water purifier grid. Interesting. What is this here? A metal tank. Okay. Charcoal smoker. Interesting. Can we wield this? And then activate it? No, doesn't seem like it. Okay. Well, we have the glass bowl, right? Like, potentially that allows us to cook. I'm not entirely sure. Nothing in our gun place. Okay. And then we have medical tape. Okay. Aha, what is this? A canning pot. 3 food cooking quality. Okay, that sounds pretty good, actually. Let's wield the canning pot. And actually, we'll drop it. Let's grab, like, a plank, right? And then we'll drop it here. We'll light it. Right, and now we should be able to cook the food, I believe. Yeah. 1 tool, food cooking of 1 or more, right? We have our canning pot, which is awesome. So yeah, let's go ahead and make the 3 cooked meat. Or let's not batch cook it. The times are weird. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, we'll try it. There we go. And from that, we got food handling to 1, which is awesome. So yeah, that's quite a few calories, which is great. So, you know, we had our turkey dinner, And then let's go ahead and have a bit more as well. So we'll go ahead and craft, right? Like makeshift sling. Interesting. Yes, cook scrap of meat, and we'll make 4 of those. There we go. And then let's eat those as well. And that's only 200 calories. And then this is like the dark meat, I guess, or something. All right, there we go. And how cold are we? Oh, we're actually fine because we're standing next to the fire. Okay, awesome. Okay, and I think we have our gun like on us or something. Yeah, it's just stored in our backpack. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I think we're feeling much safer. You know, now that we don't have to reload after every single shot. Okay, sweet. So now we can head out. Another turkey. We don't need it. We don't need it. Okay. And luckily, the turkeys are still hanging around. So maybe this is like why Grandpa loved this shelter so much, is just because of like how populous the turkeys were. Okay. And now that we've walked all the way here, right? Like we'll hang out by the fire. Right. This big fire over here. Oh, too hot. There we go. We're still chilly. Let's just wait a little bit longer. We'll just take off the blanket. There we go. Let's wait like 5 minutes. Okay, now we're warm. Nice. Okay, so yeah, there was that weird pupating zombie, right? Like we'll go ahead and avoid it, right? We'll turn on safe mode. There we go. So we'll avoid it to the best of our ability. Um, so it's just being weird. It's just crawling around, slinking around up there. And yeah, we want absolutely nothing to do with that. Okay, so we're coming up on this hotel. Actually, one like awesome thing about hotels, like I don't actually know if this is the case in like this game or whatever, but a gargoyle is like you'd think hotels would have like a ton of clothing and stuff, right? Just from people visiting, so that might be awesome. Okay, so we see a gargoyle. The gargoyle leaps towards us. Okay. Oh my god, it's so fast. It did 115 damage in one hit. And yeah, sorry for being quiet, but I was just freaked out. Like I figured that was gonna be way worse than it actually ended up being. Um, phew. Yeah, that's crazy. I honestly can't believe that's so much damage it did. What the heck? Yeah, there we go. We'll grab that. What is coming towards us? A slime. Hmm. And then up there, those are crows. Okay. So we only see 3 enemies. Okay. Hmm. So the zombies banging on the car. I feel like we very much don't want that. Okay. And then here, I think we can take a precise shot. It takes us forever to like steady up our aim, especially for like shaking hands from how cold we are. But hopefully this takes him out. Okay, there we go. 123 damage. Nice. A screeching zombie. Okay, let's take a look. Is this hanging out on its like doing the Slav squat? A thin corpse, its chest swollen, what appears to be preparation. What does that mean? A thick black ooze drips from its open mouth. Hmm. Strange. my god, not this again. It's like, that's the same sound that like the Beagle makes, and is like literally the worst thing of all time. Okay, so let's go ahead and take another precise shot. 38 damage. Not great. One more precise shot. There we go. Took him out. And then, wow, we did 92 damage. And then, yeah, here's a swimmer zombie. So I think we can take this one out as well. It seems to be injured. Like, maybe they get hurt by the cold. I'm not really sure. So yeah, it's coming at us diagonally, so we should be able to kill it. There we go. 127 damage. Holy cow. Yeah, actually, let's not mess with the slime. Okay, so let's see what's here. A flotation vest. Okay. It's sort of amazing that this zombie didn't freeze solid from, like, it's literally only wearing a towel. Okay. A mail carrier hat. Warmth is 6. Okay, we'll grab it. And then what's in the wallet? Cash card. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we came here for the car. You know, the car seems to be in good shape, so let's go ahead and try and examine how the car is doing. Okay, so it's got a good engine, good tank, power battery, no security system. I think this literally means it's perfect. It's in perfect condition. Holy cow. Nice. That's crazy. Okay, I mean, obviously this is very, very good. We'll go ahead and break in with our crowbar. Nice. Yes, where's the skeletal zombie? That sounds bad. A monstrous overgrowth of ossified tissue has replaced the zombie's rotting skin with an organic armor of dense bone. Okay, hopefully it doesn't see us. Okay. There's no clothes, which is obviously unfortunate. Okay, we pry that open. Nice. And what's this here? A knit hat. Okay. The warmth is 45. Okay. Heck yeah. Let's go. How are we doing now? Oh, our head is finally warm. Okay, so it's only our mouth now. So that means, actually, let's go ahead and, like, cover the mouth instead. There we go. You know, it's still absolutely freezing, but it's a start. We have our shark plush. Nice. Literally the best thing ever. We're just like a big bundle of sleeveless leather trench coat. Yeah, it's too bad that it's sleeveless. I feel like that might have been good. I think that zombie sees us, but it's not coming towards us, because I think the slimes are getting in the way, which is sort of funny. Okay. Is it coming? I'm not sure what it's doing at all. Very weird. I don't know. Okay. A Bible? Any more clothes? Nope. Yeah, we really need something that, like, warms up our mouth. I'm just not sure what that would be. Okay, what's this? Yeah, don't really need that. Okay. So this is making me instantly concerned. Just the fact that, like, this thing exists. The Krek. Skeletal zombie. Okay. Are they fighting each other? Or is it coming towards me? Aha. I think they are fighting each other. Yeah, let's just give them, you know, the distance they so desperately crave. Okay, there they go. Who's winning? The Krek is injured, the skeletal zombie's injured. Okay. So that means that I'm winning. Whichever one of them loses, I win. Okay, there we go. They're just, like, fighting in the pool, which is sort of funny. Yeah, we'll take a precise shot. Bam. 125 damage. What the heck? So yeah, the only thing we need now really is like a mouth covering, you know? Yeah, and we want to get away from these slimes. There we go. Okay, and now that we did that, we can smash this as well. There we go. Right, we took a look. Did you take out the Krek? I think so. And now it's fighting the slimes? Hmm. Okay, interesting. So that's why it wasn't going for us. Okay, interesting. So this has 15 warmth. Okay. Not really sure what's going on in this room. Like why there's just like boxer briefs just on the floor. Two people like wanted to have fun, like right as the apocalypse was happening, I guess. All right. And wow, this is a bunch of food. Holy cow. Fruit leathers were rotten? How long has it been? How is that even possible? What the heck? Okay. Salted popcorn? Sure. It's frozen, but we'll grab it anyway. Cashews, nice. Yeah, this is all really, really good stuff. And it's all edible. And we have a sweet tooth, so this is like amazing to us. So it's like we've been like entirely vindicated um in leaving our little shack, in leaving our underground bunker. Right, like that was absolutely worth it. Holy cow. Right. I think that was everything. A headscarf. Warmth is only 5. Can this be applied to no. Okay. It can't be applied to her mouth, I see. Okay. Um yeah, so for next time, I think I'll try to remember to turn on experimental Z levels, but for now, like I'm pretty sure there's like a second story with like more feral humans and things like that. But yeah, I think for now this is sort of like a good place to call this episode, right? Like let's just go ahead and get into the car, right? And then we'll see if it starts up. There we go. I actually thought for a second it wasn't going to. Um, so yeah, like driving on the snow is actually pretty tricky. Okay. And actually, we're not in the clear quite yet because we actually need to smash these bushes down. But yeah, this will be the last thing we do. So yeah, I think that was sort of like an introduction to, Elsie and like our new predicament. So yeah, just let me know, like what you think of this episode. And let's wield our... Oh, we have no rock. Unfortunate. What is this here? A light bulb? Let's wield, like, anything? A pipe. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, we'll just smash this down. Or not. I'm very surprised. What the heck? Weird. I thought this was fixed, like this weird bug where like monsters can just like phase through the car, That's frustrating. Okay, I guess, yeah. Like this car is damaged, right? So maybe the slime just sort of like crawled in through the vents, the AC, right? Slime, please come get me. Okay, there we go. Did he get back in? Oh, it did. Dang it. Hmm. Yeah, we're very low on stamina. This is pretty dangerous actually. I'm just like watching to see what the slime does. There we go. Now that it's in here, actually, I think we can just sort of wait to catch our breath. Okay. This is freaking me out. How much gas does this car left? Okay, still like 3%. That's fine. Okay, slime, please. I yelled. Hopefully that gets the slime to start moving. I really am not sure, like, what the skeletal zombie is doing. It's just sort of hanging out. It's quite strange. Come on, slime. Come on, slime. Come on, slime. Come on, slime. Please. Please just stop being a nuisance, please. Pretty please. Dang it. Freaking slime, man. Okay, there we go. Okay, please, slime, don't, like, phase through again. Alright, there we go. We're out. Heck yeah. Alright, awesome. I forgot how janky it is to drive with 0 vehicles. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Surprisingly, inside the car, it's like very cold. Let me see something real quick. So we'll let go of the controls. We'll walk. Right. Yeah, it's still moving. That was dumb. Yeah, so let's slow down. There we go. And then now we'll let go of the controls. Okay. There we go. And the skeletal zombie's still just being like an absolute menace to slime kind. It seems like it starts a fight and then it just like doesn't want to like finish it, right? Like rule number 1 of fights, man. If you start a fight, you gotta finish it. Okay, so there we go. We've secured ourselves a car, and now that we closed, yeah, here we go. The warmth is like perfect now. Heck yeah. Nice. Okay, so with a car, that's very good actually. Okay, and then we see just like a giant trail of blood and like goop from this gross like puke-eating zombie or whatever. Okay, so yeah, so that's all I wanted to do was grab the car. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment for like I want this to sort of be like a more long-term series, right? So if there's stuff I can do to like improve your guys' viewing experience or just like like mods or tweaks or things like that that you want me to install, just let me know and leave a comment. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.